my windshield wipers just burnt out. And it's pouring rain. So Randy has gone in to get some rain X. That's what's happening. Well, yesterday, in the middle of a storm, while going to go look at a Jeep, my windshield wipers stopped working. And I have taken off this front cover. It's making a noise and it's spinning, but the mechanism itself is not going, it's not going back and forth. So I'm thinking that the motor itself has gone out. And I've taken off the shield on the front panel. It's got a few Torx bolts and some of those plastic little push tab things that are a pain that Jeep makes. Jeep, replace those with bolts, please. And now we're able to access the assembly. As I was going to access the assembly, I decided I'd take a picture of the front of the motor where a barcode and a serial number are to make sure I get the right number. So what did I do? I cleaned off a little bit of the dust, and it did this. Instead of cleaning the dust off, it cleaned all the barcode and numbers right off the front of the motor. Once you've come to the conclusion that you have to change the motor, you're gonna have a real easy time getting it out. It's only held on by a little red clip that you'll slide sideways, and then your wire harness comes off. Get that out of the way. Then there's two 10mm bolts on the side. You may be looking at this one in the bottom thinking like, how do I get that off? That's just a stud that slides right out. So let's get these 10mm out. Once you've got those two 10mm bolts out, you're just going to lift it out of the firewall, and that's your unit ready to replace. If you're replacing the whole unit, just put the new one in. Well, here's something. Let's open it first. So you want to open up these fancy dancy white things. A lot of people like to cut them. If you turn them upside down, then you can grab a hold of the tab, and when you grab that tab, you can pull it and it comes right out. You don't need to cut that. Just flip it, pull the tab, and your binder is gone. This is the actual Mopar part. So this is an entire assembly and the motor directly from Mopar. We're gonna put this into the Jeep. It's pretty easy to put in. There's just the connectors, and then there's two bolts that hold it in. Then up on top is where your windshield wipers are gonna hook up. All right, when you're ready, just put your assembly back the way it is. This stud goes down in the hole that it came out of, so it gets everything lined up for you. You should have two 10mm bolts that hold the whole carriage in. Your electrical, you can hook that back up while you're on this side. Put the other side in and tighten those up. Don't forget your debris screen. Don't forget your debris shield. The debris shield goes right in the front. It does have some screws here that go on the front. There are also these little tabs that push in. These things are notorious for breaking. So hopefully you've got some extra ones. These tabs go into the slotted holes, just like that. Especially to get to those tabs in the front. I know, dirty motor. So, tabs hold this debris shield in. That's one. And that's two. Is the metal cover. Then there's two more here. I have to find the bag of push tabs. Next, put your windshield wiper blades back on. Hopefully you set them in a way that you know which side is right. And this, I need to replace my windshield wipers. Facing the right way. And we have windshield wipers again. Plus, we have the timing. So, I changed the wand not too long ago. That was a pretty easy thing because your wand may have been broken or the wand may have had an issue, but the wand was pretty easy to change. But part of the biggest problem was my motor was going out. That was the reason. There's actually a chip in the motor. Now you can buy a cheaper motor for around 50 bucks. It's a knockoff brand, but please read the reviews on that because some of those reviews are not so good. You can buy off-brand assemblies and you will find that some of the reviews saying that the assembly itself tends to get jammed up and doesn't last. This Mopar is a factory replacement part, and it was 12 years old when I replaced it, so if I get another 12 years old this was a Mopar factory replacement. Same motor and assembly that was in here, and it lasted 12 years. So if I get another 12 years out of this, I'll be happy. Well, that's it. Windshield wipers all done and fixed. Now I can drive in Florida again because it's been raining every day. On top of me working on this windshield wiper assembly, I had the rear brakes go out on the red Jeep, which led to me examining the bearings, which were going out, and the seal was gone because chocolate milk came out of the differential when I went to take out the axle. So I had water in my differential. So that's a whole nother video about changing your rear axles and bearings, and that's a whole nother video about changing your bearings and seals and brakes on a 2007 JK. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. We'll see you next time.